The Broken Blueprint, Part 3, 1961 to 1964 events. 1961, CME becomes a university. On July 1, 1961, the name College of Medical Evangelists was dropped, and the school became Loma University. The disliked word evangelist had been eliminated, and the wonderful word university had been added. We had arrived! But what an arrival it was! In the late 1940s and early 1950s, there had been what was called the red herring crisis in California state universities, primarily centered at Berkeley. A major crusade had been made to get rid of communist sympathizers from the faculties of state-approved universities. In strong reaction to this, the state legislature enacted a law that henceforth it would be illegal to discipline or fire any employee of a California university because of his beliefs or affiliations. With full knowledge of the implications of that earlier law, the administrators of CME were still determined to gain university status for the school. The honor and prestige it would bring to the institution was considered well worth the danger. As a result, from 1961 onward, it is impossible for LLU to reprimand or fire any worker or teacher because he's an atheist, Roman Catholic, or whatever, or because he openly expresses those views. This danger is no little matter. A friend of the present author from college days attended Brigham Young University in late 1960s and graduated with a doctorate in speech pathology. Immediately, LLU called him to come and set up a department of speech pathology. Arriving, he found himself handed the assignment of putting together a faculty. He was told he could get them from anywhere. So he contacted his former teachers at Brigham Young University, all of them Latter-day Saints. After packing the entire department with Mormons, a couple years later he became deeply upset by the unceasing rivalries, political maneuverings, and jostling for a position at LLU, so he quit and moved to Northern California. It is very likely that, from that day to this, the speech pathology department is managed and filled with Mormons, and, in accordance with the state red herring law, they have full right to share their fate on the side with their students. The school had eliminated evangelists from its name. The next year, in 1962, it took the word from the bannerhead of its periodical. It had been called the Medical Evangelist since 1908. In its place, the journal was given a very professional-sounding name, Scoop. W.A. Branson, who uttered warnings in 1935, died this year at the age of 74. 1962. AMA orders single campus. In 1962, the AMA switched from its earlier position and totally refused to let LLU teach its students on both the Los Angeles and Loma Linda campus. It now wanted LLU to unite all its teaching facilities on one campus, which should be Loma Linda. That reversal caused another immense outlay of money to greatly expand the facilities of the School of Medicine and the School of Nursing. The very large 516-bed Loma Linda Medical Center had to be constructed. Begun in 1964 and completed in 1977, that medical center had 546 beds, 656,000 square feet of floor space, a little over 15 acres, housing clinical, hospital, research and educational programs. In addition, there was a 4-level, 80,000 square foot research wing with 46 laboratory areas used by researchers in the School of Medicine. 3 circular, 7-story towers built in a cloverleaf formation form the dominant architectural feature. It also has over 50 classrooms and conference rooms and 2 amphitheaters. 17 surgical facilities are in the center. Among a variety of very expensive gadgets, the medical center houses 2 cancer-killing machines. One is the A-tone cobalt therapy machine, which shoots a beam of radiation from a cobalt-60 source into the patient. The machine is so deadly that it is located 30 feet below the hospital's main entrance. The second is the Betatron, which emits a beam of either X-rays or electrons as required. This 6-ton, 25 million volt betatron produces X-rays that are 20 times the energy output of the cobalt beam. The chaplain service includes salaried chaplains who are Adventist, Roman Catholic, Muslim, and other faiths. The Interfaith Chapel is located near the main entrance and open at all times for prayer and meditation. As you may know, in 1984, Loma shocked the nation by placing the heart from a live baboon into a human being. Medical ethicists all over the world questioned the morality of that event, but Loma was happy. It brought our church to the attention of the world. In 1988, another storm of protests from ethicists arose when Loma took the heart of a living anencephalic baby and put it into another living baby. In regard to medical ethics, Loma has a reputation for being very daring. By 1962, no more nutrition classes. Adele Davis was a well-known nutrition consultant who had many important contacts in the medical world. She dared to tell the truth about drugs and some natural remedies, which many of her physician friends had to be quiet about, lest they lose their licenses to practice. In 1962, in a widely circulated appeal because the FDA was trying to push legislation through Congress, placing all nutritional supplements on a prescription basis, Adele Davis said that there was not one medical school in America which taught even one class in nutrition. By that, she may have meant even one required class. So that eliminates another important part of the blueprint from the Loma training course. Hydrotherapy, natural remedies were also eliminated from our church papers and health journals by the 1950s, apparently to please the AMA so it would not be offended and revoke CME's accreditation. By 1964, objective to instill pride. In the late summer and fall of 1964, the present writer lived not far from Loma while preparing a newspaper tabloid edition of sizable portions of great controversy. While in that area, he and his family had opportunity to make a number of important contacts, including a young couple that was unusual. Although in his 4th year of training in the medical course, the family was solid in its belief in the spirit of prophecy. He explained to this writer that he knew of hardly anyone else in his class who was dedicated to the spirit of prophecy. He also mentioned that it was the objective of the school to instill professional pride in the future physicians during their 4th year of medicine. For some reason, the staff was deeply concerned that this be done. They wanted their students to graduate with an attitude of professional pride that would be a credit to the university. It is a well-known, frequently mentioned fact that for many years, upon graduation, medical students at Loma have had a higher rate of leaving their wives, who have worked and put them through school, than graduates of any other medical school in the nation.